Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members and others who have stumbled upon this video? SoresanCrockxen here, bringing you guys Pokemon Origins Episode 4, the finale. Freaking awesome. So, as I've tried to do with the previous 3 episodes, is kind of see differences between the English and sub, and then just go with it, and then we talk about the episode and get done with the review, right? That's how we're gonna do. So, this episode, obviously, the whole Elite Four matches, which, by the way, I would have liked to see each battle individually versus. Wait, which one's first? I forgot which one's. I think Lorelei was first, and then Bruno, then Agatha, and then Lance. Frankly, I would have loved to see the battle with Lance. That would have been an epic fight. I remember freaking 2 Dragonites, a freaking Charizard, and those 2 Gyarados nonsense that he used to throw at you. And then, the battle, so I would have loved to see those matches. The voice for Lance, I can't say. Both were pretty good. I didn't mind either one. They were both awesome. And then the fight with Blue, which was also cut short. This is what I mean. Like, this was made too short. It was only 4 episodes long. I would have liked it to see a little bit longer. I mean, not as long as the actual series, the actual anime series, but more than 4 episodes. I would have liked to see a lot of those battles. And then, so the battle with Blue, that was cut short. We only got to see freaking Jolteon using a Thunder on a Pidgeot, and then, like, these little things that popped up are like pairings of how the match was going until the last one where freaking Blastoise, what I'm gonna guess, was using Skull Bash on Jolteon and took it out, and then the Charizard versus Blastoise match. Stuff like this would have been a lot better because I would have loved to see those fights. The fight itself wasn't bad. Like, I really liked it. The whole Mega Punch, this is another thing. I would like to bring this up. I know it was episode 3, but I forgot to mention it. Charizard's battle against Rhydon, he used Mega Punch and Mega Kick. If anybody remembers, Gen 1, Red and Blue, when you first, or in Japan, Green, when you first get out of Mount Moon, and you are given the option of getting either Mega Punch or Mega Kick, you do not get both. It's not how it works. You get Mega Punch or Mega Kick. That's it. That's it. So, how Charizard got those 2 moves, I have no idea. But that's besides the point. We're talking about episode 4, right? Talking about episode 4. The match was still cool. I liked how it went. Awesome ending, awesome stuff. Everything was cool. So the whole Professor Oak trolling, just like in the game, he does the same thing. He comes after Red wins, but in this joke, this troll moment actually, I got it better. I laughed a lot more, and I watched the sub as he comes in. Oh, Blue! Yeah, when I heard you were champion, I decided to come over here, but by the time I got here, you had already lost. And he's like, well, you didn't get here fast enough, Gramps. And I'm like, oh, Professor Oak being troll. I don't know, but obviously he was going for Red. And the whole explaining to him why he lost, he understood it, and telling Red, you do know why you won, stuff like that. And like, victory is not only yours. He's like, I know. I keep remembering myself, keep reminding myself. And then the whole Hall of Fame stuff, school. And then Red, obviously, he's like, I'm going to complete the Pokedex now. It's time to go. He does the safari, and then just finding random Pokemon in the wild. Finishes the Pokedex. 149 Pokemon, let's go, I win! Not quite, because, as we know, it was that secret Mewtwo that you could get. So when he goes to the lab, and Professor Oak's not there, Blue's freaking bedridden, because, okay, this scene right here, I was a lot more shocked by it in English than the sub, because, the effect wasn't there, because, I need English, right? I understand English more, so I can actually follow it, right? A Blastoise landed on him. I was like, what the... I mean, I kind of had a gist of what had happened, but I didn't get the full value of it, so I watched it in English. Like, freaking Mewtwo literally blasted Blastoise in a way that it landed and crushed Blue. Blastoise is not that... It is not a light Pokemon. It is not that thin. That thing weighs enough to crush a man's bones. Like, I just cringed. Like, I was like, oh my god, Blue, how the heck are you alive right now? And oh no, he just sleep it off and then he'll be back on his feet. Anime logic! No, but that is anime logic. You know, just sleep it off and you'll be fine. But I mean, literally, if this was real life, I don't think Blue would be alive right now. But anyway, so he starts talking about everything, and then he's like, okay, why don't you check on my Pokédex to see if you see the Pokemon that you bought? He's like, does that mean, yes, I completed it? Which brings me to a little point. I know this is going to be a little, this is just like getting in there. Red says he completed the Pokédex. Completing the Pokédex means that you have caught every single Pokemon in the Pokédex. How the heck, just bear with me, how the heck does Red catch a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur? Because if anybody remembers from the first time those two games came out, Red and Blue in America and Red and Green in Japan, you could only pick one starter. And the other two, you had to get in a trade. I mean, I understood when you got Pikachu, because Pikachu is in the wild, but the game literally makes it to where it's impossible, unless you're hacking, to find a Bulbasaur and a Squirtle or a Charmander in the wild. It is literally impossible. And so the only way you can do it is by trading, or with a hack, obviously. So how the heck did Red get a Bulbasaur and Squirtle? Because breeding was not implemented in this time. Breeding started in Gen 2. So how the heck does Red have Bulbasaur, or technically a Venusaur, and a Blastoise in his Pokédex? No sense whatsoever. So anyway, so, you know, Red, Mewtwo's not in the Pokédex, right? So he has to go and find it. He goes over there with 2 stones. You know, Professor Oak says we get a little background story on Mr. Fuji. He's Dr. Fuji. Did this stuff back in the day. Researcher, doctor. You know, he was dealing with Pokemon research, and his research got you know, they cut his fundings and stuff like that. And then so stuff happens. So when Red goes to fight Mewtwo, he goes in with he goes on his Lapras. Battle, not bad. I mean, I would have liked to see the whole battle because there were Pokemons that Red didn't use. But this part was better for me. The scenes, the fact that Mr. Fuji was narrating in the background of the stuff that could happen if Red, you know, to Red, you know, like theoretical stuff that could happen to Red. And he just started, like, I could actually follow what he was saying. Like, it was, like, I wasn't reading in this, and I wasn't, like, you know, so I was listening and watching what was going on. And then, like, I could hear him, and then, like, he goes off to say how the legend of Kalos, like, he actually mentions the Kalos region, and he starts talking about the stones, and then the bonds of Pokemon. You know, the moment that, you know, Charizard gets flung at Red and he falls in the water, which, by the way, that scene was freaking awesome. I do have a question, though. What the heck, what move was freaking Mewtwo using at that moment? I mean, I know, you know, he was supposed to have Confusion, Barrier, Recover, and Swift. So what was he using? I don't know. That did not look like Confusion. Like, I'm just gonna put up. That did not look like Confusion. So what the heck was he using there? I don't know. But anyways, the moment he got flung in and they fell in the water, and he starts narrating this stuff in the background, and then how the trust between a human and Charizard would activate the stones, and then, you know, the whole fusion, which was awesome. I mean, I wonder how they're gonna pull that off in the X and Y anime, because in this one, sweet. And I freaking love like Red pulls out the stone and Charizard had the other one on, and they like do this like circular motion and Charizard Mega evolves. And so freaking Charizard Mega Charizard X, not my favorite of the two, but still freaking awesome. Just bursts out of the water. And Mr. Fuji has done narrating, right? Now the fight gets on, freaking blue fire blast, and then quick question: why the heck do you why in the world would you teach a Charizard Swift? Made no sense whatsoever. But anyways, use a slash and then a freaking mega punch to just that mega punch. Oh my gosh, that mega punch was like overpowered as heck. Like it just like freaking wrecked Mewtwo. And he caught it with an Ultra Ball, and then he wins. The whole Mega Charizard turned back to normal, and then like the running and like yeah, and the hug, and I'm like, oh, that's so nice. But yeah, and then go back to Palatine to celebrate because he's got 150 Pokemon in his Pokedex, and then Red's like, wait a minute. If Mewtwo was a clone of a Pokemon that was discovered, that means Mew's still out there. And then just to be a troll, Mew just flies outside the window. He's like, you can't catch me. I mean, obviously he doesn't say that, but like it was a troll move. I mean, I don't know how nobody noticed it. Like they're literally sitting in a way where at least Blue should have seen it. Like I don't know. The window was right across from him. So unless he was just so mad because he didn't catch Mewtwo, he was just stuffing his face with cake, and he wasn't paying attention out the window. I don't know. But, in all honesty, I would have liked to see this. Like, it should be longer. Like, I would like to see more of this. Maybe have Red chase after Mew or something. Make that, like, another thing. Or this other thing. Like, me and my friend were talking about it. Gold and Silver. Gold and Silver. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Pokemon, give me a Gold and Silver. Like end up with the match with Mount Silver between Gold and Red. Come on, you know you can do it. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know, but I would like to see that though. I would love to see that. That was pretty cool. And yeah, so pretty awesome stuff going on, But that epic. Like I said before, I'm definitely buying those DVDs. Whenever they come out over here, I'm gonna buy the DVDs because Origins was freaking awesome. The fact that Red did all of this I mean, granted it was shortened down, but in a 4-episode span, compared to Ash, who's been at this for like years. I mean, granted he's still. I mean, I'm hoping that the next one he's at least 11. But I mean, for this long, and he still hasn't achieved what Red has achieved. That's pretty sad. But anyways, that just goes to show you that Red is just way better than Ash. But that's the topic for another time. But yeah, that's basically it. That's it for these reviews. I mean, if you watched all 4 of them, I appreciate it. You are awesome. If you haven't, I suggest I would encourage you to go watch the other 3 before this. But yeah, so that's it for this Pokemon Origin stuff. Hopefully, I'll be able to have my discussion on Korra Season 1 sometime this week. I hope. There's a couple other things I want to see if I can do. But that's it for this stuff. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Put down below in the comments if you watch both, the sub and the English dub versions, which one you prefer. Mine, I've said it in the last episode, I'll say it again, I prefer the English dub so much more than the sub version. So, yeah, I mean, just let me know which one you prefer. And that's it for this review. That's it for this short 4-episode span review stuff. Thanks for sticking around. I'll catch you guys in a future video. Later.